am Simon. I am the chairman of MacJee Group. MacJee Group is a defense company built in 2007. We worked on several projects, several kind of industry, defense industry for products. MacJee Defense develop, produce and deliver ammunitions, rocket launchers, artillery ammunitions, air ammunitions, and smart weapons. And now we are starting also to work on artificial intelligence applied to our systems. We have the biggest factory in the world of air ammunitions. We're able to produce 200 MK2 per day. And we are behind me, there is Armadillo. And now it's done. The Brazilian army is using. And now we are exporting, our intention exporting worldwide and letting it autonomous with artificial intelligence to work as a swarm system with 10 vehicles working together to patrolling for artillery attacks. It's very agile, very lethal because you have the strongest firepower on the light vehicle, 72 rockets or 275 inches, so it's a huge firepower on the light vehicle, and for this is a success now worldwide. 2 operators only is able to operate in less than 40 seconds. 40 seconds to establish the operation and start launching, firing the rockets. He is able to reloading 2 times. So in each module you see, you have 24 rockets, and the inside you have 2 more modules like this, and is reloading 2 times. So total you have 72 rockets. It's huge in terms of firepower. This is a game changing for conflict like Ukraine model, and this is why now it's a very highly demanded system. So behind me you have the BLU 109. It's a US standard that we developed in Brazil. So this is a 1-ton class air bombs that is able to penetrate 2 meters of concrete. So this kind of system is very well demanded. Only 2 producers in the world are able to do this kind of steel, this kind of alloy, able to penetrate 2 meters of reinforced concrete. So it's a very special product. You find also the family of MK bombs. So MK bombs, it's air bombs. On this kind of products, we are able to produce thousands per month. So because we have big factory in Brazil, there you can find the Dagger. Dagger, it's our smart weapon kit. So we take bombs like this and we transform it in smart system. This kind of kits have an extension range wing kit that is able to range until 120 kilometers, and with several systems like GNS inertial system. You have a seeker also, and you have telecommunication with the pilot. Yes, so our presence in the show is very important because due to the situation in Europe, the defense sector is in a high view. And MacJee has strong products to support all forces, NATO forces. We recently launched a production line of the 155 artillery caliber. And now our movement is to localize new production line outside of Brazil. So our target is to localize a production line in the Middle East and in Eastern Europe. A very important point also, it's about energetic materials. We are intending to expand our production of TNT, RGX and HMX in the United States. We know that the United States have had large demand for this, and we are preparing a project to localize a big production plant in the United States.
So my name's Stu Wilson. I'm one of the business development directors at Vanguard. So Vanguard is a global provider of electronic countermeasures capabilities that are predominantly intended for defeating either radio control bombs or for drone systems. So our capabilities cover off from man-portable systems, vehicle systems, and fixed site capabilities where we may protect infrastructure or vulnerable points, and obviously troops working on the ground. So here behind me, or to my side here, we have our core capabilities, so the capabilities that we currently have fielded around the world. So at the top here, we've got our man-portable capability that's, again, would ordinarily either be carried by a person on their back or carried downrange by, say, like a bomb disposal operator. These are quite heavily used in Africa, actually, so we have quite a sizable footprint in Africa, helping obviously deal with a lot of the issues there. As we come down, we have vehicle-mounted solutions as well, which have varying degrees of capabilities in terms of all of our hardware generally covers from 20 megahertz up to 6 gigahertz, but it's how they do that is what really counts as well. So we have some hardware that has high technical solutions in terms of a hybrid solution, but active, reactive, or doing both at the same time. Or we have other ones that are slightly less capable, that are maybe only active, but do a wonderful job for certain user groups, especially, like I say, on the African continent. This equipment here is actually used quite extensively in Somalia, so we have a sizable footprint there, and one of our particular user groups there is finding great success with our hardware, to the point that we have this year and into next year we're probably going to double our fleet size, and also we've just extended our support contracts with them. So in country we have field support personnel that specifically maintain our hardware to ensure that their operational availability is kept high, because obviously they have quite a high tempo mission, a high threat mission, and they found great success using our Scorpion equipment both on a vehicle and also on their backs as well. So Scorpion here weighs about 6.5 kilos, so it's not especially heavy. It's obviously not especially light, especially when we're looking at what soldiers are carrying in additional equipment. Some of the features, though, as you say, it's the one capability can cover most of the threat, if not all of the threat, in places like Somalia. We have the 2 batteries there. We'll add a little bit of weight, but the feature for this, things like, say, even just the batteries, they're hot swappable. They can be changed during operations, so the jammer never needs to be turned off. But when this is a man-portable system, but again in Somalia, one of the particular customers we have there, they're also using it on their vehicle. So they have a vehicle installation kit where they use it inside their vehicles. The system is powered from the vehicle itself. When they arrive on scene for whatever they're going to be doing there, they'll take it out, fit the batteries, and then they'll re-roll it into a traditional man-portable capability. See, the system itself is relatively light. That's one of the features that we like for it. Again, it's 6.5 kilos. But other things are, it is a hybrid capability, so it's quite advanced techniques. So part of the solution that we have on top of that is not just the hardware itself, it's the smarts that go into the box. So one of the things we're very proud of at Vanguard is we have our threat management team, and they work exceptionally hard at finding the threat information. So their job is to effectively program the box to tell it what threats it needs to defeat and how we're going to defeat it. And that's really one of our key selling features, is that we have a team dedicated to do that. And what it allows us to do is to optimize our waveforms to the threat specific to that location and to that country, so that we can defeat it more efficiently. But in addition to that, the other thing that allows our team to do is also, as new threats are found or come online, or we perceive that they may come into use in country, we can very rapidly and very quickly turn around new mission fills for our customers, which will allow them to continue to either stay ahead or at least up to date with the threat and protecting their troops.
My name is Francis Roy. I'm the president of Quaze Technologies, and Quaze is a company that created wireless power transfer that can turn any large surface into an access point for energy. On the disc now, what you will notice is full surface is an energy access point. Now, this jar right here is helping us see the electrical transfer, and if I bring it closer to the surface, you'll see the light come on. So for a drone, it's very easy because they can land anywhere on the surface and they'll be able to access energy. And that has a lot of value for end users in the military world, because if a drone flies for only 20 minutes and it's got to go back to the pilot, well, there is a security issue here. Right now you're seeing it on a UGV. It could be mounted on any vehicle, as it's agnostic of vehicle, agnostic of platform. This technology works in a static application. So you could mount it on a mobile command center and have a permanent eye in the sky overlooking it. You could leave it on the ground. We're Canadians, so what we have in mind is the Great White North. You could leave that on the ground where it's cold and snowy, and would still be able to recharge drones or any other autonomous vehicles without human intervention, right? That's really where we're at. But we like to think that we digitalize power. So with applications, with software, we control power flows and what gets how much power, so we can monitor that. So there's a bunch of applications that can be running on our technology. We also do wireless data transfer. So as the drone comes back with information, we can download that information and push it back to whatever the platform the customer wants to use the information with. Our technology has value everywhere where electronics meets mobility. Anything you want to supply with energy. If it's soldier gear, absolutely. If it's other unmanned systems, absolutely. Right? We're working really hard to make our way also into consumer electronics, so that gives the audience a bit of perspective on what our potential is. Well, the reason our system is so unique is it's a full surface that gives you access to energy. So transfer energy when there's obstacle. It can do high power. We can go all the way up to 500 watts, and hopefully in the next year or so we'll be in the kilowatts range. So solid state, large surface, one to many, work in any climate, actually making this a game-changing technology for everything that's electronic and mobile. So you can see that the bracket I was showing a little earlier is fitted between the belly of the drone, if you will, and the battery. So it's a press fit, snap in, and very simple for users to install on the drone. So the OEM of the drone doesn't have to get involved into helping us building that bracket. We can do it on our own. Well, our product is not yet ready to be produced and delivered. We're working with end users right now to kind of make it mature to the perfect solution for the industry. It's very important for us to have feedback from end users to make this mature very quickly into the solution that they need.
So I'm Kevin Sloan. I'm the Business Development Director for Soucy Defense, and I cover the UK and Asia Pacific regions. Soucy themselves, from where I come from, work on the defense platforms. So they produce composite rubber track for military applications. K9 rubber track at the moment is our heaviest platform that we've got to date. So we're very proud to be having composite rubber track onto the K9. This is a 47 to 52 metric ton capability. The track itself has growth to 55. There are many benefits of composite rubber track for military applications, and they start from noise and vibration, cost savings, maintenance savings, as well as the health benefits for the crew and some of the munitions and electronics. The track is unlike a steel track in that it's completely encased composite with steel cord and fibers inside. It has an internally driven sprocket, unlike the steel track, which means you don't get any metal-to-metal contact. Vibration is generated where a steel sprocket hits a steel track and reverberates through the platform itself. We don't get any of that with the composite rubber track, which means the health benefits to the equipment, the crew and the ammunition is reduced or is increased, and vibration is reduced by 70%. So steel tracks have always ridden on rubber pads, but the rubber pads on a steel track last about 600 kilometers. A composite rubber track doesn't have pads, but it still has the same grip technique on the outside surface. That lasts for 5,000 kilometers, and the crew don't have to change anything. It's a one-piece construction that requires no maintenance. In its construction, it has a mile of steel cord within inside it, and it's vulcanized in a press in 2 to 3 turns. So everything inside is vulcanized together and cured at a certain temperature for a certain period of time. The radial cord inside is what really gives the track its strength. And if we were to segment the system, you would have weak points going through it. So we like to have a continuous system in most of our platforms. We have many technologies of composite rubber track. We started 50 years ago in agriculture and industrial systems, and we took that technology forward 27 years ago in order to bring that track system into defense. The construction's changed over that time, but what it means is we've got We've got track systems on light 5-ton metric ton systems and all the way up to now 55, and that includes vehicles like the M113, BV206, BVS10, CV90, which is very popular at the moment. We've got the Land 400 Phase 3 Redback, that's produced by Hanwha itself, and now we have the K9 itself. But there are lots of other users. Most of the OEMs that are delivering armoured platforms have a solution of ours, either in prototype or in operation today. Composite rubber track is like Marmite. You either like it or you don't like it. So, some armies will not like composite rubber track and they will want to stay with traditional steel, and that's fine. We're not trying to offer it to everybody, but those that want to find a track system which saves them cost, and we're talking about $20 per mile in savings when compared to steel, or they want lightweighting, we're talking about 50% lightweighting, or health benefits, then switching to composite rubber track is an ideal benefit. It gives them growth to the platform where you can save weight without having to change an engine. So there are many benefits, and mostly our users are coming to us for cost savings and lightweighting.